lovelies, and welcome to this week's Crystals and Coffee. Thank you for joining me. It's been a bit of an up and down week here. How's your week been? I hope it's been okay. We've definitely fallen into the depths of autumn here where I am in the UK. Probably all over the UK, to be honest. We've had a lot of rain, a lot of gloom. It's the temperature has dropped sharply. I don't think it gets over about 12 degrees now. So yeah, start things to come, I guess. I do love autumn, but I don't like the rainy part of it. So if the rainy part could just hurry up and go away and we had the nice crisp cold part of it, that would be lovely. So I'm recording this on the 1st of October, so this is due out tomorrow. Right up against it this week, clearly. And yeah, October is my favourite month of the year because it ends in Halloween. I absolutely adore Halloween. I just can't even tell you. It's my favourite holiday by far, even more than Christmas. That's for like the fun reasons and the spookiness, and like my kids love it, and I love all the horror movies and pumpkins and all the cute autumnal stuff, but also I love it as well for the pagan attributes of it. Its actual reasons, its actual meaning is really special to me. The pagan name being Samhain, which I am going to do an episode during October all about that and ways that you may want to kind of give thanks or mark that kind of occasion on Halloween, and I'll share with you what I do as well. But today, because it is the 1st of October, so I know you're not going to be hearing this till tomorrow, but it's still applicable for tomorrow, and it's applicable for Halloween because this month we have 2 full moons. So there is a full moon tonight, but full moon energy doesn't just come and go in one night. It sticks around for about 3 nights. So this is still relevant for today. And it's still relevant for tomorrow as well. And there's another full moon on the 31st, which is doubly great because it's even more magical for Halloween. I'm really excited. So I wanted to talk about today about the full moon effect because this is something that affects me every month. I know it affects a lot of people every month, and it might even affect people, it might affect you every month, and you don't really pay it any mind. You just kind of think, oh, you're just going through a funny few days. But if you look back, you may find that these behavior patterns may line up with the full moons because of the energy pattern there. And I'm also going to go through 5 crystals that can really help with the energy of a full moon if you're feeling affected by it or you want to tune into it, however you want to use them. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to be covering today. So to start off with, the full moon brings an awful lot of energy. The moon is incredibly powerful. It affects whereabouts we are with in relation to the moon affects tides. It can affect other kind of patterns throughout the world as well. It's a phenomenally powerful entity, an awful lot of which I don't think is completely understood. So it goes without saying that this is going to have an effect on the energy around us every single month, and you may be particularly sensitive to that, or you may feel that it doesn't affect you at all, or you may just love a full moon because they look great and they can mark a nice place in the month if you want to carry out certain practices, if you want to cleanse and charge your crystals and things like that. So there are effects and there are reasons behind why you might feel different during a full moon. So I certainly get affected by the full moon, and I now keep a very close eye on when full moons are because I know that it's going to affect my mood. It might affect my perspective. It can affect my motivation. And I need to be aware of that so it doesn't kind of there's a few times where it's caught me unawares and I'm kind of thinking, what is going on? And it's not until after I've looked at the calendar and thought, oh, okay, that makes sense now. So it may make you feel particularly emotional. I know for me, it certainly makes me feel very emotional, and it can stir up a lot of hidden feelings that we kind of keep in the, like, the shadow part of yourself, the part of yourself that you keep quiet and you just kind of don't really like to visit it on a day-to-day basis. Now, because of the sensitivities that arise during a full moon, these emotions or and feelings can become uncovered and start to bubble up near the surface. And I think it's particularly important not to fight this. As unsettling as it may be, they're bubbling up for a reason. There are things that maybe need to be faced. There are things that maybe just need to be simply released and let go, and that is ultimately what a full moon energy is can be harnessed for, is for releasing and letting go of things we've been holding on to, and then going towards the energy, the refreshing energy of a new moon. So the full moon is wonderful for that. So if you're starting to feel these things bubble up, or you're feeling very emotional, don't fight it. If you feel like you just need to cry, then cry. Let it all out. Let it release. Let that feeling purge from you. Cleanse yourself from it. Release it and let it go. It may help to I think I've spoken about this in a previous episode, about releasing and letting go at full moon, where you write down what you want to release and let go. And that can help get it out as well. If you can't kind of make sense of things and you just want to kind of scribble it all down in a journal or a notebook, let it all go. And then you can then dispose of that pieces of paper that you've written it all on. You can burn it and literally let that smoke and everything just be released. And it's a way of kind of physically letting things go, getting things out, purging them, letting them go. So try not to be afraid of feeling the feelings that come up during this time if you are particularly sensitive to it. It is a time for releasing and letting go, and getting rid of those sorts of things. Another way that you might want to help yourself feel a bit more settled if the full moon does affect you and you feel a bit all over the place and a bit up and down, is you can do a full moon meditation. So this, if you haven't meditated before, it doesn't have to be something very complicated. It can simply be sitting or lying down in a comfortable place that's peaceful. You may want to hold some crystals, and I'll talk about the crystals that I recommend for full moons in a moment. Crystal in both hands, or by your side, or wherever it's comfortable, and just take some deep breaths and just allow yourself to kind of just be. Try not to let all of like lots of thoughts in. Just pay attention to the sounds or lack of sounds that you can hear, or how you're feeling at that time, or visualize the full moon and just spend some time, let's say a minimum of say 15-20 minutes, just taking some time out and some space, to kind of just give yourself a little bit of recharge time. Can be really helpful for helping you feel settled as well. And another great thing to do with the full moon energy is it is great for cleansing and charging your crystals, your cards, your magical tools, whatever it is that you use or you tune into. If you want to give them a really nice big boost of energy, leave them out under the full moon. So you may be able to leave them outside depending on where you live. I certainly can't leave things outside at the moment, but I would leave them on a windowsill overnight during the full moon so that they can kind of soak up that full moon energy. So that's always a great thing to do. And if you make that a monthly habit, then your tools and crystals will pretty much always be buzzing with moon energy, which is great. So moving on to crystals that are great for this time of the month, whether it be to keep on your person, for your emotional well-being, whether you want to use them during a meditation, whether you want to use them while you're doing your journal writing and kind of burning ritual. These 5 crystals bring some very helpful energy to the time of the full moon. So first off, we have selenite. Now, selenite is actually, the name selenite comes from the lunar goddess Selene. So clearly this crystal has great links with the moon. So selenite can be really helpful to help raise vibrations. It gives you, again, if you're placing it with crystals and tools to be charged, it brings its own cleansing power to that as well. It helps with tuning into your higher self, tuning in with your intuition, all of those kind of higher feelings that you may be feeling. It can help you just tune into those and be okay with those during the full moon. So selenite is really great for that. And moonstone as well, the next crystal. Moonstone, obviously by its name, has connections with the moon. Now, if you are particularly sensitive to the energies around the full moon, you may find also adding moonstone into the mix could be a bit overwhelming. You may feel even more of a shift of energy. That's okay. Just put the moonstone away. Maybe that's just not for you. I like to use moonstone. I am sensitive to full moon energy, but moonstone works well for me. It's a crystal that will help you kind of go with the ebb and flow of the moon energy, because it's bringing moon energy to you and just helps you go with the flow throughout the full moon. So moonstone can be very, very helpful at this time. Then the next crystal is amethyst, my favourite stone. No particular links to the moon as such, but it is a great calming stone when you are feeling big feelings. So if you're feeling heavy energy, you're feeling emotional, amethyst is a really lovely stone to just help you wind it in, calm your mind down, release any stress, any tension. You can lie down if you want to do this during your meditation. If you're led down, you can place a piece of it on your brow chakra in the center of your forehead. It works really, really well with the brow chakra and helps calm the mind down. So amethyst is also really great to use. Now the fourth crystal is labradorite. Now labradorite is a beautiful crystal. It's got so many different colours to it, and when you hold it to the light, different cuts have different sheens to it. It's really, really pretty, and it helps to, again, this is another crystal that helps to heighten your intuition, and it helps you connect with spirit guides. It helps you just tune into that higher energy and that higher self. So if you are looking to do some purging, some detoxing, some letting go, some releasing, then it's very helpful to help you connect with guides and ask for their help and feel and tune into your own intuition. So labradorite can be a great help with that. And then the fifth crystal is a fabulous all-round crystal for pretty much any occasion, and that's clear quartz. So whatever you're feeling during the full moon, whatever you're doing during the full moon, whether you're just trying to get through it or you're embracing it and you're carrying out your releasing ritual, clear quartz will bring light and positive energy to you regardless of what you're doing. So if you need that kind of help with stability and just trying to get you through the full moon, if you are particularly affected by it, then clear quartz just brings light and positive energy, and it's cleansing as well. So it helps cleanse away negativity if that's what you're feeling as well. So those 5 crystals, some will be suitable for you, some may not. Again, it depends on your own personal sensitivities. There's no kind of one size fits all with crystals. These are my recommendations, and it all comes down to what you're drawn to, what feels good for you, and what fits with you. And it may be all of them, it may be none of them. I doubt that. I think there is something there for everybody that will help you if you are sensitive to the full moon or you want to carry out some practices on full moon. So yeah, those are the 5 crystals: selenite, moonstone, amethyst, labradorite, and clear quartz. All of them are very common. All of them are very easy to get hold of should you want to, and have them as a kind of full moon kit from here on out. As I said, the full moon energy from this full moon is going to be around for a couple more nights, and then we have the next full moon is on Halloween. I think that's going to be a big one because there's going to be a lot of other energies going on Halloween, which I'm going to talk about, like I said, in an episode later on this month, about some of the origins and ways that you can mark the occasion from a spiritual point of view. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments, are you affected by the full moon? Do you love the full moon? Are there things that you do that I haven't mentioned here that help you through, that you think may help somebody else? And also, if whether or not you use those crystals at all, I'd love to hear from you. Always like to chat with you. So you can comment, you can DM me, you can find me on Instagram or Facebook, however you want to do that. All the links are in the description below anyhow. So yeah, so I wish you a great full moon. I wish you a lovely weekend. I'll be back again next week. As always, the link to katiebatt.com, my website, is in the description below, and you'll find links on that website that will take you to my holistic hub, which is full of my online courses. Then there's the links to my crystals and magic shop, which has a whole ton of different crystal sets. One of my favorite crystal sets for October on there is the Halloween crystal set. So there's a little Halloween crystal sets over on my Etsy, link in the description below. And there is a special offer running for October. For every purchase of £10 and over, use the code Halloween at checkout and you will get 15% off of your order. So yeah, I wish you a great weekend. Check those links out, grab your crystals, and have a great full moon. And I'll speak to you really soon. Take care. Bye.